All right, back on solid ground, boys. I've fucking touched down in my mum's house. Quite nice to be back here, to be honest with you, after the little adventure we had in Ibiza. And I thought I'd just run you guys through the story. Before I get into it, if you're super stuck in your life right now, you don't know what to do about anything, basically. If you want to work online, but you don't know what to do, you don't know what to get into, you feel stuck in a certain country and you want to travel the world, check out the 10K Accelerator, the video on the webpage. Gives you the 3 things you need to do to get to 10K a month. So go check that out now if you're there. If not, just sit tight and fucking story time. So we went to Ibiza for my good friend Dario's birthday, who you guys will have seen on the podcast we did with Justin Waller on my Instagram. A group of 8 or 9 of us that flew out there. And I'll post a video now into this of the aeroplane on the way there. It was insane, an absolutely insane aeroplane trip. So it's fair to say by the times we got there, we were feeling good. We were there for 5 days of adventure, of party, to really have a good time together. And we had this crazy villa, this big mansion, big castle. So we got there off the plane, feeling good, in the taxi, pulled up at the shop, got a couple of Magnums, double bottles of Moët, big bottle of vodka. We're just flashing the cash a little bit. Obviously, I look a bit flash when I go around, sunglasses on, looking fly. Me and Daria both have LV bags, Rimowa suitcases. We were looking a bit flash and we were spending cash. We had a good amount of cash on me, about 6,000 euros cash. And then we got to the house and it was amazing. Absolutely amazing spot. I'll put a video in. We were going up and down. It's like a castle. We're like, wow, we're going to have the best time of our lives here. The girls were going to get back. I mean, it's just going to be off the chain. So we're just enjoying ourselves, really. We're having the time of our lives. We go outside, bit of table football, start having a few drinks, and book a taxi to take us out to our first club of the week, which is High Ibiza. All was well in the world. Everyone really buzzed and having the time of their lives. So we go there, hit High Ibiza. Amazing. Had a great time. Me and one of the guys, Matt, met 2 Latinos, took them back with us. We were the first ones back. This is about 4:30 in the morning. First ones back at the villa. Opened the doors up and Matt went up to his room for a bit. I popped a bottle of champagne and Matt came down and was like, Jack, has any of these girls been in my room? Because there's a 1,000 euros missing from my room and the window was open. And I was like, that's weird. I don't think the girls would do it. So I went up actually with my girl to my room to get obviously the business done. I was just going in there to get the business done, and I had the biggest room there. Both of my doors were open. The double doors were open on the balcony. I was like a bit faded, so I was like, oh, that's weird. Oh well, get in bed. And then I was like, oh, the wardrobe's open. Oh wait, everything's fucked. And my whole room had been torn apart. And then I realised my laptop, my cash, my iPad, my headphones, my Louis Vuitton bag, all my designer clothes, my Gucci shoes, my Fendi shoes, everything, including my toothbrush, had been stolen from my room. And at that point, I started to freak out a little bit, ran around the rest of the house. Turns out everyone's shit got took. Everyone got back, went to go and look for our stuff because we had some air tags, some trackers, but air tags must have got ditched. We turned up to a location about 5:30 a.m. There was just nothing there. So we last seen on the air tags. So yeah, that was what happened in Ibiza. That was the story. So after that point, obviously everyone was a bit bummed out because I'd lost at least $20,000 worth of stuff. So I was a little bit upset, and we decided to just go crazy. So we just partied it out. Just forgot about it, forgot about our worries for 5 days. Went to the police. Police couldn't do anything till Monday. Got there back on Monday. By this time, my iPad's pinged up in an apartment in Ibiza. Showed them that. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. Went and staked out the house for 5 hours. We were outside this apartment block. just seeing, questioning people on the way out, seeing if we can find out maybe who took our stuff, going up and down the apartments, ringing the thing on the iPad to try and hear where it was. So we did our absolute best trying to get stuff back. In the end, we just ended up with a crime reference number and a story to tell. So that's the story. Nothing got retrieved from the Ibiza trip. We finished out the trip and just come back to the UK. And lesson to be learned from that. I was a bit bummed out, and then I realised it actually doesn't make that much difference. You don't actually need all the stuff you're trying to buy. I was still a person. I'm not a bag. I was just turning into a bag. I was just putting my value on the fact I had an LV bag, which is so ridiculous. I realised I'm still a cool guy. I still had a great time. And me and my friends still had the best time of our lives. And it was really just a wake-up call to be like, work harder. You shouldn't have been, in my head, shouldn't have been in Ibiza in the first place. That's not where I'm going to choose to holiday. That's not the kind of holidays I really want to go on again. I want to do adventure holidays and really stay away from that party lifestyle. I don't think it's good for anyone, to be honest with you. And this is just a bit of a wake-up call to be like, all right, you might have a bit of money, but spend it on the right things. Spend it on nice experiences with your friends and go nice places around the world and be more careful and think about security and that sort of stuff. So really, I'm excited now to get back on YouTube. I've got a new laptop, got some new stuff coming. So I'm back on YouTube now. And just excited for the next steps, the next journeys. And in the end, it's just a story to tell that we've dealt with, something that we've gone through together as brothers. It was amazing having such a good group of guys around me at that time. Still managed to have a really good time for Dario's birthday. So had the time of our lives. Good to be back on your screens, and we'll be hitting the content coming up over the next week or so. But there you go. There's the story. That's what happened in Ibiza. So yeah, I was robbed in Ibiza, and that's all I can say. At the end of the day, take responsibility for it. Shouldn't have been in Ibiza in the first place, because that's where degenerates go. So, boys, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon when I'm not feeling so tired. Adios. Whoop-ah!